Hotep, I am the Amen Osiris, the one and only undisputed God of law. We are Deception Stoppers, America's only 4D education service, the 4D Destroyers. I am not a lawyer. This is not a law firm. I don't advise that you don't support your human offspring. I simply advocate that you made them in private, you take care of them in private. Okay, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to expose the 4D contracts. Okay, and I'm going to start off with this case law. As we explained in Pennhurst State School and Hospital versus Halderman, such an agreement is in the nature of a contract. The state promises to provide certain services to private individuals in exchange for which the federal government promises to give the state funds. All right, so basically, gentlemen, Title 4D, which was never enacted into positive law, it falls under contract law. And here is your proof. Let's take a peek. Okay? Look, Harrison County renews child support enforcement contracts. They're putting this shit in the news. All right? And I want to send a shout out to Michael said 033. Appreciate you sending me this. And matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, all right, this was posted today. Okay? So Harrison County renews child support enforcement contracts. Okay? Now, right here, it says Harrison County Commissioner Dale Norris left and Paul Coughlin signed a proclamation at Wednesday's regularly scheduled meeting. Harris County is renewing its contract with the Child Support Enforcement Agency. All right, so Harris County is a separate, all right, and the Child Support Agency is also separate, which provides financial aid and services to needy families with children. Blessings versus Freestone, gentlemen. All right, Title 4D was never intended to benefit children or custodial pay rents. There is no right to, there is no entitlement to service, and there is no federal right to it. Now, here it is. Judge Matthew P. Puskarich will be submitting the contracts between the Harris County Child Support Enforcement Agency and Harris County Court of Common Pleas Juvenile Division. Prior to submission, Puskarich discussed the renewal with the Harrison County Board of Commissioners at Wednesday's regularly scheduled meeting. I'm submitting a renewal of the 4D contract for the magistrate and the clerks, which is in the same basic form we've done for the past 17 years. They are openly admitting that they have been under contractual obligation for 17 years. The contract, which complies with Title 4D, section of the Social Security Act, never enacted into positive law, which means they're doing it under color of law, provides aid for custodial parents who are receiving some sort of assistance from the state's Child Support Enforcement Agency. The contract is for magistrate services and states the unit rate is $230.50 per hour of time devoted solely to 4D issues, including to actual hearing time, preparation time, research time, and time spent on drafting, signing entries as supported by the time sheet. The total contract costs $123,049.92 to be met by the Child Support Enforcement Agency. 1/3 of the cost is paid by the county dollars, while the remaining 2/3 is reimbursed by the Child Support Enforcement Agency. It's a really good deal versus us trying to ask the county for the entire portion. You hear that? It's a really good deal. The contract has been approved by the state and prosecutor. He said, the only remaining step is to have a resolution signed by the commissioners to complete the approval. Commissioner Don Bethel thanked Puskarich for staying on top of the program. Commissioner Dale Norris mentioned to approve the contract. Commissioner Paul Coughlin seconded the motion. The motion was unanimously approved. Gentlemen, they are ripping you off, okay? Title 4D is contractual in nature. Matter of fact, let's check something out here. Here it is right here. 45 CFR, let me zoom in a little bit. 45 CFR 302.34. The state shall, all right, it doesn't say the state should, it says shall provide that the state will, all right, don't say maybe, will, it's a command, enter into written contracts for the cooperative arrangements under 303.107, these are the terms of the contract. Look it up, 45 CFR 303.107. All right, and look at C. With appropriate courts, such arrangements shall contain provisions, doesn't say law, for providing courts and law enforcement agencies with pertinent information needed in locating non-custodial parents, establishing paternity, and securing support to the extent that such information is relevant to the duties to be performed. What is performed? To perform your contractual obligations pursuant to the arrangements. They shall also provide for assistance to the 4D agency in carrying out the program and may relate to any other matters of common concern. Okay? 303.107 details the general requirements for such contracts. Now, let's read this. In other words, there must always be a contract whenever federal 4D funding is being provided to an entity that is providing 4D services. The contract sets forth the services to be provided, the reporting requirements for receiving funding, and most certain a provision that the entity receiving 4D funding will comply with all federal laws and requirements as a condition of receiving the funding. All right, so if they're complying with all federal laws, all right, the United States is a foreign corporation in respect to the republic in which you live in. Okay, so now they got to have a foreign registration statement, anti-bribery statement. Okay, once they go into this contract and once they start providing these, performing their contractual obligations or obligation of contract, they are not operating under the Constitution. They are operating under Title 4D of the Social Security Act, which was never enacted into positive law. All right, gentlemen, do not be discouraged from these 4D feds out here. You can sue these fuckers. Okay? Title 4D was never intended to benefit individual children. As a matter of fact, let's look at, let's see here. Let's grab another page. Do I have it up here? Okay, let's go here. And we're going to go down the law writer. There we go. All right, let's look at the contract overview. And gentlemen, even though this is Ohio, it applies in every state. Okay? Look. This rule and supplemental rules describe the process by which a 4D agency enters into a contract with a governmental entity. All right, so it tells you that the Child Support Enforcement Agency is not a governmental entity. All right, now let's check something else out. Where's it at? Number 3, contractor refers to a government entity with whom the CSEA enters a contract. Government entity includes the following entities in the same county as the Child Support Enforcement Agency. Now, if you look here from A through G, you will notice that the Child Support Enforcement Agency is not defined as a governmental entity. Let's look at number 7, and here's where they're busted. 4D contract means a mutually binding legal relationship, here it is, obligating a governmental entity to provide 4D services in 4D cases and perform other administrative duties of the Child Support Enforcement Agency that pertain to 4D cases in return for payment by the Child Support Enforcement Agency. They are taking bribes. Down here, we're going to go to 13. Private entity means a company, organized, or individual that does not meet the definition of governmental entity. Let's go back up to section 4. Okay, right here. Look, passed it, my bad. Hold on. Here we go. Look, governmental entity. There it is. All right, the 4D agency, the CSEA, is not defined as a governmental entity. It is a private business, all right, and the judges are accepting bribes from this private business. As a matter of fact, look, check this out. Types of contracts. Look, and I've already showed you this one. Where's it at? Look, a 4D contract with a court in the same county to provide magistrate services. That's what the contract is all about. They're providing a service, but they're not magistrate services, gentlemen. All right, these services, they're calling them magistrate services, but they're not. Okay? And let's go down here. All right, look, a contract with the court. Now, this is my favorite part right here. Number 1, The court shall certify that all court hearings are conducted in compliance with Title 4D of the Social Security Act. They're openly admitting that they're operating under color of law. All right. Now let's look at something else. We're going to look at an actual contract. Oh, wrong one. Oh, damn. I don't think I have it up. My bad. All right. Hold on. Let's go here. Let's look at an actual 4D contract. Look, this is a 4D contract. We're going to go down to line 18. I'm not going to bore you with the rest. Independent capacity of the contractor. Let's zoom that in, shall we? The contractor and its agents, employees, and subcontractors will act in performance of this 4D contract in an independent capacity and not as officers, employees, or agents of the state or the Child Support Enforcement Agency. Now, you know this is from Ohio, but it applies in every state. All right. You notice it says they're not agents of the state or the Child Support Enforcement Agency. It doesn't say the state child support, the state of Ohio Child Support Enforcement Agency. It says the state of Ohio or the Child Support Enforcement Agency. They can be sued. All right. They have to have insurance. Okay. I'll post a copy of this contract someplace. I'll put it in the description box. All right, gentlemen, you're being duped. You're being duped. And now they're busted. They're going on the newspaper. And here's the contract right here. All right. There always has to be a contract. All right. No state can operate a 4D agency unless there is a contract. That's no different. It's a franchise. It's no different than McDonald's. You can't go and open a McDonald's without McDonald's permission and you paying them a little something. All right. But here, in other words, there has to be a contract. So, gentlemen, I'm Yamin Osiris. If you need help, bang my email. All right. If you want to sue these fuckers, excuse me, all right, then you can sue them. All right. And just so the record can reflect, all right, for those who have lost a federal lawsuit, you didn't lose for failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. You lost because these people are paid. They bought all the judges. All right. They're making it harder and harder and harder. All right, for people to remove themselves from the system. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not our fault. All right. But what it is, this is a cash cow, gentlemen. All right. So if you're going to fight, you got to go all in. And I told you, gentlemen, there's got to be a war. Okay. You're going to have to go to war. All right. There has to be a coup. These people are going to have to be captured. They're going to have to be put in our jail. We need to all get together and buy some warehouses all across this country and make jails out of them and start hunting these pukes down and lock them up in our jail and feed them bread and water until they wither and die. No visits. I'm talking about 24-hour lockdown. Nothing. They get bread and water for breakfast, bread and water for lunch, and bread and water for dinner. Maybe a little grape. All right? Sensible dinner. All right, fuck them and the horse they rode in on. Fuck them and their YouTube agents. Fuck all the 4D crime family. And if you're not fed up with this bullshit, then keep paying them and shut the fuck up. All right? Again, you need help, bang my email, 4D_destroyer. I will post these links in the description box. You can use it to whatever you want to use it for. All right, and again, if you cannot find, and even if you can't find the contract that they're under, all right, just know this. All you have to do is go to 45 CFR. They are required to go into that contract. Now, actually, they're not required to go into the contract, but no greedy-ass state is going to turn down money, okay? $230 fucking an hour? God damn, I don't even charge that much, okay? That's how much they're making, okay? So if you get something in, this is why I keep telling you, don't accept their mail. All right, because they're not sending that mail to you. They're sending it to a non-custodial parent who is positively identified by a social, which is the property of the Social Security Administration. Okay? Stop going to their hearings. Stop paying them. Okay? Stop. If they're garnishing your wages, all right, we can help you with that. All right, there is help with that. But gentlemen, you're going to have to haul somebody's ass in the court. Okay? So for those of you federal agents out there who are saying, yeah, you can't win, it's not that you can't win because of what you're not saying. They're just making it harder. They're paying off more and more judges. All right, these federal judges are just as corrupt as these fucking state and local judges. Who do you think buys up all these corporate bonds that they float? Federal court. All a scam, gentlemen. All right. This country, all right, and every state are committing crimes. Treason, which is punishable by death. They need to be hunted down. Okay. We need to get together and pull our resources and build our own jails. Okay. And after that, we're gonna have to go to war, fellas. All right. It is what it is. All right. There's gonna have to be some bloodshed. And I'll be right there on the front lines. Okay. Because I'm about tired of these people. I hate these fuckers. See, we spend time trying to expose these cowards and these frauds for what they are, which we do. All right, why other people are trying to take time to make me look bad is beyond me, when they should be focusing on the problem. Okay, so you have your assignment, gentlemen. Do your research. You want to sue them? Bang my email. All right, we'll get you written up. Okay, but do your research. All right, do your research. Do not take my word for it. Again, I will post this link in the right in the in the comments section, wherever it is. All right, and you can read it for yourself. Okay, do what needs to be done, gentlemen. It's time to go to war. All right, you better start getting. You better get what you need to get. All right, because when the shit hits the fan, all right, ain't no turning back. I appreciate your time. All right, we've exposed these frauds. All right, and now it's time, all right, to initiate these wars. Anybody out there who owns warehouses or some serious property that wouldn't mind turning them into a prison, get up at me. Okay, and again, if you need a copy of some training information, Black's Laws, Basics, Basics of Child Support, the Federal Manual of Child Support, and the glossary, bang my email, and we'll send it to you at no charge. All right, Hotep.